There's a good example of how the Capitals were cool and then boring, but now they're cool again. Like Denver, you can also go up to the top. Look at this view. They're building a lot of stuff over here, and you can see the lake, and then you can see the forest, and you can see the other lake. Here's the other lake. There's 4 lakes, but there's 2 big ones. You can see all architecture and everything. Finished up at the State House, and it was really nice. The tour is really cool, and this is like one of the few state houses that there's no security, so you can just like walk in and then like look at stuff. And people like it's like a central square, and people just walk through it to get out of the cold for a bit, which I think is really cool. Of the state houses that I've been to, this is one of the most like of the people. You know what I mean? I really respect that a lot. Also, sometimes they have the farmers market in here because they'll have it outside when it's warmer, but then as it gets colder, they'll move it inside the state house, which I just think is wonderful. There's 2 lakes, and I'm going to go look at both of them. But first, I'm going to get some food. I'm kind of like the Food Network. The food was really good. It's just like a nice solid pork schnitzel sandwich and some cheese curds. And the cheese curds tasted like they normally do, but these ones were also good. So I felt very Wisconsin. Here we're at Lake Monona. We're here at the Monona Terrace, which is a convention center that was designed by Frank Lloyd Wright, one of the greatest American architects. One of my favorite things about Madison is that it's on an isthmus. There's 2 lakes that flank it. This is one of them. Look at those seagulls. Time to go look at the other lake. Here we are at James Madison Park, named after the President James Madison, who died when the city of Madison was being founded. So they named the city after James Madison. Sometimes when it's right, the wave will come crashing up, and that's where all this stuff comes from. And the lake foam. Time for us to leave Madison, Wisconsin. Overall, I think it's a pretty cool place. Unfortunately, I wasn't really here long enough to see enough of it that would make me feel satisfied, so it's definitely on my list of places to come back. We got here the sticker, which I think is really nice because it has the State House and also the Monona Convention Center, designed by Frank Lloyd Wright. We were standing on top of it, but we didn't really get to see all the nice architecture and everything. There we are. Now it's time to head off to St. Paul, Minnesota. Welcome to St. Paul. We're going to be here for 3 nights, so it's going to be a nice sort of long rest before I get on the move again. One thing I learned since getting here is that they called parking garages parking ramps, and that's a cool little local dialect thing. For now, it is sleep time, so good night.